If you're someone seeking the best protocol for your sensitivity to mold, if you're someone that just cannot take a lot of those chemical products out there that release a ton of VOCs, and you're trying to figure out what is that best protocol to get rid of this mold and put my house back to a nice breathable space so it's not making you sick. Well, in today's video, we traveled almost 5 hours to get to here who has MCS. It's a condition that her immune system is so compromised that she cannot bear any sort of lingering VOCs or chemicals. So in today's video, we really wanted to show you some details to help you and educate you to make a decision when hiring that mold remediation company. Let's go meet. Hi.
How's it going?
Good, good. How you doing?
Good. I'm Bus.
David, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, David.
What a beautiful home.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having us.
After talking to all these other guys down here, I think it is just that we had the windows open for 3 weeks straight.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah,
So,
come this way. Let me show you. This room makes me really ill, so I'll just let you know. I'll break out what's hot. You'll see.
this is what my guys, we did
Yes.
yesterday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have mast cell activation syndrome.
Yes.
So being around fragrances, chemicals, my body thinks I'm being attacked, and it attacks my organs.
Yes.
Smells do that to me.
Okay, how's the tape okay
It
for you?
killed me. I slept on the
tape?
couch.
The tape did? Oh.
It's all right. We need it. There's no other way to keep it. I already know. I slept on the couch with the mask on all night.
Oh.
That sounds awful.
This is what triggered the whole nightmare. This woman got perfume in every cabinet in the house, and normal cleaning methods did not get rid of it. We hired a guy to paint them to seal it in, and it worked. It sealed it in. All you smell is like this weird paint now, okay?
Okay.
Problem is, I started vomiting because the smell of the paint triggered so much in my body.
Was it a non-VOC paint?
No, we tried non-VOC paint. It didn't seal any of the smells in.
Oh.
So he did what's lacquer.
Yes.
Well, I started vomiting. My doctor said open every window for 3 weeks to get the smell out because you can't.
You can't be in that environment.
You'll lose your heart. It's attacking your heart. It's attacking your lungs. So I thought, okay, we opened this window right here.
Uh-huh.
On this side, the painter said, I'll bring my industrial fan for you and set it up, and that way the air is always going.
Circulate it out, yep.
Problem is, we had that monsoon come through, so the humidity in the house was 60% for 3 weeks in here. Sick in the house when we moved in from the perfume. But this, now I was vomiting, and I have rashes all over me, and my doctor was like, you got mold, you need to test. I was in a house up in Salt Lake once. I walked in and my same thing, rash instant. We tested the house, mold.
There's mold all over the house.
My husband doesn't believe in any of this. Now he believes me. I'm like a mold detector. I can walk into any building and go, I can't shop in here. There's mold.
That's amazing.
So as you saw, the sensitivity that Deborah has with chemicals and odors, super important to, if you're gonna be a remediator, if you're a homeowner seeking a remediator, smell those products, look at the products, look at those DS sheets to make sure that the product's gonna fit your environment, your health, your cells. Is dealing with MCS, which is multiple chemical sensitivity. When you're coming into an environment to solve an issue, an indoor issue, whether it's removing mold or VOCs, it's important to really make sure you provide some options on the best natural products out there to remediate. Test that out.
Whatchamacall out? Oh, I don't have a problem with this.
I know, it's nice.
Oh my gosh. Normally I get really ill.
All right, so before we get started, we're gonna go ahead and take some mold air tests. We use these aerosols right here. We run a 5-minute test in each of the rooms. We mark them, we send them to the lab, and then we're able to identify what's pre-existing. And then when we're all done, we'll take post-tests.
We are ready to run the test.
Now the reason why I'm doing this, you always want to hire a third-party hygienist to come in and test a mold remediation company's work, but we just do it for our own baseline. Here's the master bathroom. Second bedroom, the bedroom right off the laundry room area. And you always want to do the outside air. So let's do, there we go. Let's talk about the inside wall testing. There's a lot of hygienists out there. I mean, world-renowned hygienists that I've been up against where they'll come into a beautiful home like this and they'll actually do in-wall air tests. Obviously, you're gonna get mold inside of those walls. I mean, think about it. We build our homes, the framing sits out for months and months. Dust, rain, all of that environment is going to have some source of mold on that wood stud. So if you're gonna do in-wall sampling, which I'm totally against because to me that's an uncontrolled environment. But if you're gonna do or hire someone who's gonna do in-wall sampling, make sure that they test the air, the actual air that you're breathing to see if it correlates with that mold that's inside the wall. That right there is what I don't understand. I'm seeing a lot of world-renowned hygienists doing in-wall, but they never test the air. I think that's a big mistake, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous. You as a homeowner, I would highly recommend to do air sampling inside the home as well. Major tip there that I wanted to bring to the table that happens a lot.
Okay, well, let's clean this place up. Yeah!
So what we're doing is we're just taking our 6 mil. We're gonna cover the mattress and the contents. We're gonna have our air scrubber under negative air. So as we're pulling this carpet, we're taking all of these particulates, sending them to the outside. We're gonna be sealing off the registers, which is super important when you're doing remediation. And you don't want any particulates getting in there or contaminants into the duct system. Other thing that I really wanted to stress upon, and Deborah, when she was sharing the other company's protocol, they just wanted to come in here for a couple of hours for $2,500 and just fog and HEPA-vac. And really, it's good in one sense, but when you're dealing with sensitivity or people with sensitivity with VOCs, it's really, really important to isolate the house so that way we can determine if other parts of the house are more contaminated than others. So let me show you what I mean by that. So what we've done here is we've isolated the master bedroom and bathroom from the rest of the house with a very tight sealed containment here. And the reason why we're doing that is because the master bedroom obviously is where you sleep. So we want to isolate, we're going to clean and sanitize, but we want to test this room to offer clearance. We don't want it to mix and cross-contaminate into the other breathing space when we do our post-test. The other bedrooms as well, we've done the same thing. By installing the zipper containments here, what this does is it just really offers peace of mind knowing that the bedrooms compared to the living space is somewhat controlled by your testing work. So I think that's an important tip to consider. One of the protocols that we also put in place for Deborah was getting rid of the carpet in the bedrooms. And I know it was a tough financial decision for her to make, but for long term, if this is going to be a home that she's going to be living in for years to come, that carpet's got to go. Carpet harbors so many particulates and contaminants, especially with people with sensitivity to mold and allergens. Carpet's the absolute worst.
Why is the carpet all wet, Todd?
I don't know, Margot.
All right, as you can see, we've got all of the carpet out of here and all the wood strips. We're gonna go ahead now and HEPA-vac all of this up. As you can see, we're getting these rooms finalized and ready as well.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
She called her doctor and her doctor said, absolutely get that carpet out of there. So made me feel good having her confirm with her doctor. That was another tip that I really wanted to bring to the attention of you who are highly sensitive to allergens. Got to get rid of that carpet. That's what we're going to be doing right now. All right, now that we've got it all HEPA-vac'd, what we're going to do is the first wipe down, we're going to use hot water and 3% peroxide. Again, this is a non-VOC. Peroxide's a great product to use for those that are sensitive. All All right, so we're just getting some preparation done with some of the upholstered furnishings and pillows. These are going to be treated as well with an amazing product that we'll go over a little bit later, but just wanted to show you the in-depth detail that it takes to really get every nook and cranny.
Well, I like to be thorough.
Even underneath the refrigerator that has already been vacuumed and cleaned. And this is one of the biggest areas that harbors mold. You can have the cleanest house, but if you've got a bunch of mold under here, it definitely is going to affect your breathing environment.
I'm dead serious. Are you writing this down?
This is a super important tip that's often missed during mold remediation. And again, with people that have high sensitivity to allergens, a lot of the dust collects underneath the refrigerator here. So one of the protocols that we like to do is really get in there clean. What we use is an appliance brush, and we can get in there like this. And what you do is you could take your HEPA vacuum, you put your vacuum right here, so as you're disturbing the dust, the vacuum's taking in all of those particulates. And then after that, we can fog and sanitize underneath here. Even if you're a homeowner without the sensitivity, this is always good to do. As you can see here, she's got some blinds in her master closet. This is an area here that we spend a lot of time in. When you have blinds like this or fabrics like this collecting dust and dirt, this is a harbor for mold right here.
Okay, that's nasty.
Be mindful of these type of things when you're storing fabrics or cardboard boxes. So what we're gonna do for Deb is put it in plastic bags, and because this may off-gas or cause an odor, we're gonna recommend that this stays in the garage area. Okay, so now that the concrete's completely wiped down, we're gonna now start on the walls. The same thing, peroxide. Now we're gonna introduce the Haven Fog. It's an intensive citrus mold treatment, really does a great job with eliminating mold. This is an amazing product because it doesn't linger, doesn't have any VOCs, it's all natural. This is what the fogger looks like. It really puts out huge amounts of fog. You're gonna see right now how this will really take care of every nook and cranny in this room here. We're also ready to take the plastic off the bed because we want the fogging to really treat this. If the post tests come back with any sort of high elevations of mold, we know that the source could be in this mattress, and at that time you'll make a better educated decision to throw these expensive mattresses away.
Action on the smoke machine.
A few moments later.
We've got a fire alarm.
As you can see, it fogged this entire room. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the closet. I'm gonna leave all the clothes in place. Really just give this a really good fogging to treat this area here. The great thing with Haven Fog is that it's great for all these clothes. So I always recommend just leave the clothes. Always get it tested after, so that way you verify that you've got no more mold in this type of condition here. All right, let's kick the fog on. You see how it just goes everywhere, so it's not going to miss a space. Everywhere there's air, that's where this fog's going.
You're kidding me, not again.
Day 2.
All right, day 2, starting at 6 a.m. Okay, the master is complete, and I'm not just saying this, but this house was spotless when we came in, but we've done all of the wipe down, all the fogging, and I tell you, this room smells so much more fresh. Just with that extra dust and particulates and getting all that carpet out of there, it's really an amazing difference. Okay, so now we're moving to the kitchen and dining room area. These areas up above the cabinets is often missed, so it's really important to do a good wipe down, get all of that dust and particulates. That's where everything settles. Okay, so now we're performing our post test. Wish me luck on this one, guys.
Good luck.
sounds so much better.
It does, doesn't it? But I thought, oh, maybe it's just in my head.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you sense it as well.
Yeah.
So that's the reward right there when you get great feedback. Well, got a happy customer here. That indoor air quality is so much better. Glad he confirmed it. Now we're gonna take these off to the lab, figure out if we've cleared. This is gonna be important. If not, we're back.